Are you ready? Are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Phenomenal.
It can come at any time. You're taking a bow or feeding a cow. Matter of fact, I got it now. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer. And the best cold beer is Vic. Victoria Bitter.
It's so hard to have a gay time on your own. It could be that great chalk and biscuit coating.
So hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could be that smooth toffee ice cream in the center, or that whole delicious golden gay time taste.
So hard to have a gay time on your own.
I'm Danny, and I'm here to call out all you crack pack bitches. You think I don't see you there? I'm the OG of this shit. But you come after the king, you better come correct. I'm Danny, motherfucker. Who are you? Crack pack. You smoke crack. You better watch your back.
Professor, would you say it's time for our viewers to crack each other's heads open and feast on the goo inside?
Yes, I would, Kent.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name. And they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see troubles all are the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name. You wanna go where you can know people are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
A little more somber intro to a launch stream, but I feel like it's time. It's time to bring it back. I put on a cover, so we'll see if it can last. But you know, with all this animosity out there, I thought it's time. I see Amanda. I told Amanda, come back tomorrow. Let's go back in time to some good times. Welcome everybody to the show. We are here to help our very good friend Paul launch his 5th book in the Project Naosis series, comic book series. So please do share the stream out, give it a like, all that good stuff, and we'll be able to kick it off with a bang. I got Paul waiting eagerly in the wings here, so I will bring him in a moment, but I'm very quickly going to honor those of you who have snuck in here first, including Jim Cox, which I think is his first ever first. Usually Jim Cox is just best in chat. But today he's gone for first, and now he's going to be looking down upon us in all his glory. Hail Mo Biggs. Everyone, all the Super Bogans in the chat might be seeing there is a new emoji in there, a golden wrench. We can't force YouTube to acknowledge Mo Biggs' existence, but thanks to all the new Super Bogans that have been so generously gifted, I thought, let us honor him by giving him his own emoji, if you will. Exactly. So he may not be able to wield it yet, but let's ceremoniously wield the golden wrench in his honor, in his stead, for all of those out there who seem to be unable to be gifted. But shout out to Mo. We got Moromi in the house as well. Jeff Styler is here. Here in the steadfast. I see Citizen Ronan. Athaline is here. Great to see K Manifest. See what I'm saying? K Manifesto's back. Smiling Bandito. Amanda B's rocking the chat. It just feels like good times. Valley Law is here. There's exactly what Mo said. Now, does anyone have a link? I've put the link in the description for the Kickstarter sign up. But if anyone has it, they could put it in the chat. I'll be able to pin it. That would be very much appreciated. We can't force YouTube, but let's taunt Mo. That's not my intention, even though it is a cruel, ironic twist of fate that's how it's going to be. Yes, the one and only emoji. Exactly. You got it. You got it. All right. Sumo's here. Henry Bemis, Creative Outlet. Happy birthday to my wife, by the way. It's many people's birthday today. I didn't realize how many people were born on the same day. So shout out to Mel. All right, it's time to start this. What's up, Paul?
What's up? What's going on? We are ready.
We're ready to rock and roll. This is the project. Now, we've already launched your book before in the past. It did very well. And for those of you who aren't aware, Paul is a convention man, and he's been making strides trying to get. Look at it, it's there. You know, he's been making strides trying to get into this whole social media crowdfunding thing, and I've been doing my best to help him get there. Paul's out there on the virtual streets, growing his following over on Twitter, growing his following on Kickstarter. So we're going to try to do our best to get these numbers up, and maybe one day he'll be able to align what he's doing in the crowdfunding with what he's doing in the conventions, because by all accounts, you're a killer out there.
Thanks.
On those hallowed alleys. Everyone, people who've witnessed your selling game speak of it in awe. They're like, you gotta watch Paul sell comics.
I appreciate it.
And I've seen clips of it out there as well, and it's a thing of beauty to witness. So hopefully
have a lot of fun, man. New York Comic Con was really good. We got featured in Forbes for New York Comic Con. I was the only creator featured in that Forbes article. Amazing. Yeah. So we're definitely making our strides, and that's why we have this campaign. This is actually the 6th book, because we started with 0 of Project Naosis, and this is our 9th that we're about to launch in the world, because all the books that are on that have been launched through this channel have all been in this universe. So it's all with the same characters.
Great to hear. Great to hear. Now, I do have your trailer locked and loaded as well. Yep. So I think what I'm going to do here, and we're already 9 minutes in. Let's shoot for 10 minutes in. I'll play your trailer, and while that is playing, and then we're going to play the countdown, of course. And then while all that's going on, if you want to go live, we'll be able to do it. I was just waiting for this, actually, right here. The Zaid Raid from the Diaz Bros. Thank you guys so much. Everyone, make sure you all are, but you know what to do. Go and subscribe to the Diaz Bros show. Great show tonight. Great energy, lots of fun, awesome dudes, great chat over there. So thank you very much to the Zaid boys for that Zaid Raid. You love to see it. We love to give these launches the biggest blast off that we can. Speaking of kicking it off with a bang, Sumo Thori is trying his darndest. Creators Outlet, Meow Raw Growl, Tech Zombo, Megatonic Audio, and good stuff. Again, Another 5 all regulars. Mo, I have a feeling it is coming. I have a feeling it's here. Paul, if you're not aware, Mo Biggs, who is our golden wrench, every year he's here every day in, day out. For some reason, cannot get gifted a membership anymore. And everyone in the chat has been trying their darndest, but it hasn't happened yet. We'll get there though. I feel like it's going to happen. But let me play this for Sumo to thank him. Here we are.
You little ripper!
All right. Well, look, we got a bunch of people in here now. Thank you very much again to Phil. I'm ready. I'm guessing you're ready, Paul. You've been ready for a while now.
I've been itching all day.
He's pumped. He sent me a message like, I'm so pumped.
Yeah, I was hyped. I was like, where's the thumbnail, dude? Like,
that's what we need. Great thumbnail too, by the way. We'll check out that art in a moment. All right. So if you're ready, I'm ready. It looks like the chat is ready. You guys all know what to do. Let me play the trailer. Then I'll play the countdown and we'll do this thing. All right. Here we go.
Welcome all to our 9th Kickstarter campaign, Project Naosis Episode 5. This installment will be 24 pages with 3 amazing cover options. And in this world, there is no multiverse or do-overs, so the stakes don't get any higher. Now for the story. In the year 2090, a speedster named Crimson Pain rised up and killed off all the superheroes in existence. So the government made a super enhanced team called Project Naosis to fight off this rebellion. And for 5 years, they battled across the globe, leading up to this episode where we finally will see the Project Naosis unit face off against Crimson Pain in an epic clash. Who will live and who will die? Find out by ordering today.
It's live, and thank you, Felix Hutz, very much for posting that link in there. Where do we give me pin it? Let's pin it up there to the top. There is the link. Already 3 backers.
Let's go.
I love our on Kickstarter as well. It just ticks over so we can keep it there and look at it. Thank you very much. Now, if you are in the chat and you backed, those 3 backers came in like that, by the way. Always love to see that. If you have backed, I know Bo's like, pin the link, Boomercroft. I know. I was like, there's something I'm forgetting to do. Oh, yeah, that thing. It's good. I mean, it's in the description as well. But I know what you're saying. Where was I? Oh, yes. If you do back here in the chat, please do put in. I don't know. Kickstarters have backer numbers. I can't remember. Kickstarter's changing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is, but it pops up on my feed. Like I'm getting a lot of hits right now. This is nice.
Look at that! Look at that, just ticking up.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
This is
the one, man. I think this is the one. Let's
Aaron in the chat says the book looks amazing. Now I say Naosis, and I hear you say it's like Naosis, and it's like some weird thing. I can't get my Australian accent around this word, but either way.
As long as you back it, you can call it whatever you like.
Exactly.
Everyone has pronunciations of words all the time. The thing is, it's copyrighted. I made it up.
There you go. It's your word.
It's my word.
It's like taking letters. Just like, all right, how can we
switch it around, see what looks good,
that's new and fresh. Now, like we saw in that trailer, I think I read the first 2 books in this series. And is this like a culmination of an arc, or because I saw here you're gonna have the 2 like guys?
So 0, 1, 2, and 3 was volume 1. We have the trades available. That's going to be in the catch-up tier. You get the trade where it's like complete. And then we have issue 4 that kicks off volume 2. So if you're not looking to back everything, you can easily back episode 5 in this book and you'll be ready to roll. Because I basically start all my volumes from like kind of like a fresh beginning, like a reminder of what's going on. And, you know, you're getting introduced to a lot of different things. And episode 4, we had a big cliffhanger between this big battle that was going down. And the big tease was that we're finally going to get our main supervillain, Crimson Pain, fighting against Project Naosis. And anytime Crimson Pain has faced anyone, he completely annihilates them. So
yeah, that's what I wanted to get to here. And I feels like, man, I need to catch up. But so straight off the bat, I mean, it's not a spoiler because it literally happens straight off the bat.
Right away.
It's like a bloodbath, an absolute destruction. I got a friend, Rob Arnold. He's also doing a sort of a machine people kind of book as well. He would love it because it's just murder and mayhem. And blood and guts and everything. Because this guy is a speedster and he's just like tearing through everyone. And that's what kicks off the story. We saw that in the trailer. But it sounds like, you really progress the story along by the sounds of it. Like I said, I need to catch up. So I guess that I'll have to do that on this campaign as well. Let's scroll down here. You can sort of read through all the bits and pieces here. Now, tell us about this guy here, the main guy.
Yeah, so basically, Project Naosis is led by Omega, who's Jonathan Evans. He was originally a general in the Americas Nation. And now he's the leader of this Project Naosis unit. Every person on the Project Naosis unit that has powers was given a serum to basically enhance their abilities. So like they're already soldiers, they're already warriors. Now they're getting powers so they can go in and kill these people. And the whole thing is that they're there to kill. They're there to fight. This is war. And in volume 1, which I state in here, they go from being a classified unit to fighting a supervillain on the main street. And now the whole world thinks these people are superheroes. You know, so that's going to be the big aspect of volume 2 is like the world is like, oh my God, we have heroes, but these guys are insane as well. And now we're going to have this big clash between these two factions. And it's nuts. I always wanted to do something big. And this is such a teaser. The things that go on this book are crazy. And this is one of the pages.
I love this page, by the way, with the panels in like a strange format here. That's pretty cool. I saw you shared this spread on Twitter and everyone was going a bit nuts about it. So
I have it on
shout out your artist, your team.
What, one more time?
Do you want to shout out your team, your art team?
Yeah, so my artist, Samuel Marquise, he's done Project Naosis 2, 3, 4, and now this is 5. I picked him up when we did the prequel series, Omega 2090. We have 2 issues of that. But he did such great work, and I loved his style so much. I threw him instantly on episode 2. And it's been going great ever since. We mesh really well. I mesh with every single artist I work with. But me and Samuel really go back and forth on this. Like, even when I wrote this double pager, he hit me and he's like, hey, like, I want to do these panels a certain way. It's going to be really different. He's like, can I do it? And I'm like, of course, I can write it. That could be great, and then they always like transform things, and I let Samuel take it. They usually pay off.
Yeah, when an artist comes to you and says, I really think I have some ideas to really make this so much better and awesome. You're like, of course.
Yeah, they're into
That's
it.
what you want. That's like the hard thing to find. You don't just want someone who's like, oh yeah, I can do this, and then plodding along.
And you can't take away the colors. The colors really make this book. Prasad Rao, he just got picked up with DC on a lot of stuff, but he's been doing every book with me since Project Naosis episode 1. He just didn't do my first book, but he's done every book since. Any book I'm getting hired on outside of here, I've been taking him with me because I think he's phenomenal. And we have a lot of fun.
How long have you been doing this? Like, how long has this book been running? Because I remember
we've been doing this for about 4 years, and
that's 5 books in that time because you got the 0 issues.
No, this is 9.
9.
Yeah, so Omega 2090 is the same characters. That's Crimson Pain. So we have 2 issues.
Oh wow, okay.
Prequel. We have a 1-shot just on our supervillain, and then we have the 6 Project Naosis books. So this now
I wish I'd saved it. There's a Twitter, there's a video of you talking to a guy at a con, and he's like, so what's going on here? And you're like, all right, and this is this. And you got da-da-da, and you're pointing out all the different books to him, and you're like, and then you come here and there, bang, and the guy's like, right on.
Yeah, he bought the trade, and I do that. So like, and when you see that too, like that is my 1,000th of that a day, you know, like if that, you know, and when that was Vaughn recording, he was making me laugh as I was doing it, like just coming up to me with the camera, just starting to record as he sees me going, because I can't stop.
Shout out, is that Vaughn Coleman?
Yeah.
Shout out to Vaughn. Just the books are getting out there. They're I'm seeing people sharing them. Phenomenova. You know, I helped Vaughn on the pre-press on those ones. So
yeah, I just got it. I read it. I enjoyed
part of it. Good. Here we go. Yeah, like I said, so this is there's a lot of guts and mayhem.
That's Crimson Pain. He's a speedster. He shows up on this day, and this is a shot from one of the prequel books because they all take around the same time. He kills 90 million people. This is a guy not to be messed with. He's really there. Yeah, he's going in guns blazing. And from issue 0 to issue 1, he has this army now. He has these Pain Patriots, like these soldiers, and then he has other enhanced that work with him. And the big one that we had in the last book that made her reappearance is Banshee, who's another savage as well that you see on that first page.
Yeah. I remember that. So is this the team? Is this the project?
Yeah, so that's the so from the left with the spikes, that's Thorn. He could shoot spike projectiles. So think like Baraka, but then he could discharge him and then grow him again. Of course, he can't just do them really fast, but he does. They have a marksman on the team that is sent from the government to basically watch over them. That's Valerie Vega. She's the one with that green blast. Hellstate's the one with the fire. She could fly, and of course, she has fire powers. To the right of her with the blue energy, that's Lithium. That's Omega's younger brother. They have the same powers because when they're given the serum, for example, if you took it and you had lava powers, your sister would have lava powers, your brother would have lava powers, etc. If they took the same serum. The guy to the right is Hybrid. He's a healer, and then Omega, our leader, he's energy based as well. So I always love that, like that Goku crazy things that I feel like anime lands really well. That I feel like doesn't get showcased enough with awesome superhero stuff. So those are our main guys.
I'm glad you continued on. Like we were just chatting quickly before the show, how it's you go onto Kickstarter, there isn't actually a whole dearth of pure superhero focused stuff, and we've been seeing it in bits in here, in crowdfunding over the years. I know. Are you familiar with Perfect 10 with Dave Brink?
Yeah, so I'm doing his show too next week.
Cool, awesome.
Yeah. We keep in touch. We've been going at it the same time, which is cool, and I love his designs of his stuff as well.
Yeah, and he's up to book 5 too as well.
Like there's no, like I was saying, a lot of it is like the what is it called, the NDSM books, stuff like that. A lot of that stuff's on the Kickstarter stuffs. But this, strictly superhero business, violence, Mortal Kombat fatalities, all that good shit that you want in a comic book. And I make them action packed. Like we're starting to build out the story a lot more. And that was really what we did in episode 4, and then episode 5 is just this is the baby.
Yeah, I remember when I read it, my impression was, this is the sort of stuff that would definitely when I was a kid would have hooked me into comics.
Yeah.
And that's really, what I think is missing a lot of the times. A lot of these stories, they're not really kind of geared for all ages in that sense. And kids love violence. Kids love that sort of comic book stuff. I know I did when I was that age as well. I'm not saying it's a kid's book or anything. Everyone can read it, but it's like,
I tell them if they play video games, it's where it's at. There's just no sexual themes in here, but there's a lot of violence, all that good stuff,
stuff we're all about. Like I said, I think I need to. I'm sure Rob would love this one as well. There's another shot of them there.
Yeah, it's the squad ready to roll. And then these are the interior pages from the book. So this is page 1, right back into it. It's Hellstate versus Banshee. And this is page 1. I don't show you what the next thing is. But she is upgraded. She has this mechanical face now that you see. It's like transmitting like, and making her more animalistic. Like, these are villains. You know, if these people hesitate, these superheroes hesitate, they will get annihilated because these people are not looking to have long, deep conversations. They're ripping you in half and moving forward, you know?
Remind me, because it's been a while. Did she get messed up in one of the books real bad? Is that why?
Yeah. So great catch. A lot of people didn't notice. So in episode 1,
no, I remember.
If you don't see a fatality and you don't see them get executed, they're alive, you know? But like, she's beating the hell out of this girl and her face is all getting like destroyed and annihilated, but she moves on, you know? Like, they're distracted with the thing. She thought she was dead. And in episode 2, I do tease it that someone's like, Crimson, you don't know who it is. And then, you know, here she is now. And she's upgraded. She was big into the, you know, just use your powers, all that cool stuff. But now she's upgraded, you know, because if they're not upgraded, they're just going to lose again. So it's time to roll. And then that's Crimson Pain coming in with the Crimson Pain fleet. Like, he was always by himself. It was always the down low. Now this book, you're seeing a full-fledged attack, and he has like this army. You know, these ships are crazy. Like, a lot of things are going on, and you know, it's finally time after 5 years. Crimson Pain is now really going to show the world that he's fucking here.
So what's his deal? Like, what does he want? What's he doing?
So his deal is to destroy everything that holds these nations. So there's one nation called the United League of Nations now, and he wants to burn it all down and take everything with it. And that's what you think his morals are now. You do get a little more backstory on that in this book. So he might say some things that you might not know, but there's Easter eggs in every single book on who Crimson Pain is or could have been, you know?
Yeah. Why is he so angry? Why is he such an a-hole? I mean, that's a real jerk move, killing 90 million people.
Shit, dude. he's a piece of shit. But he has this advanced things. He has all these things going for him. Originally, you just think it's a bad guy, and now with all this artillery, you clearly know that he has way more now than they ever anticipated. Because while they're, you know, building up their nations, doing their politics, all that stuff, this guy was ready for war, and the war is coming. And right now, you see an intersection because in episode 4, you know, Omega, Lithium, and Thorn have to go to the mission. They're going to the mission. And now as they're going to the mission, they actually run into Crimson Pain as he was going over there. You know, so it's just this crazy thing that's about to go down. And I love the little aerial fights. And
that's all gonna. This is all gonna come to a culmination in the sixth episode. Is that what you're saying? So because you do it in blocks of 3.
No. So it's this is the second book in volume 2. There's gonna be 2 more books in volume 2.
Okay, 2 more. So we're halfway through.
Yeah, this is the halfway point. This is the mid-season finale. So,
but it's the first time that we really get to see these two
ever. They've never been in the same room together. Like, the only time Crimson Pain has been near one of these guys is when one of them was a soldier and he didn't have his powers and he was just witnessing the mayhem.
If you want to find out, like, how is anyone going to fight this guy? Because he's a speedster, and like, there's really nothing worse than an evil speedster because.
And he has spike gauntlets, and he has lethal grenades, and he has dual plasma pistols that have the infinity clip. Wait, scroll up just a little bit to that. So this is going to be a double page spread. And as you can see, Omega and Thorn are jumping out of their aircraft and going head on with Crimson Pain. So, you know, of course, I'm not going to show anything more after that. But, you know, this is the first time ever even someone's like doing this to Crimson Pain, like, let alone like having the balls to do it, you know? So it's going to be sick. It's so cool. I was so happy to get this. Also, the book is mostly completely colored. Everything's done. I fulfill all my campaigns pretty quick, but we're just saying a 3-month window on this once the campaign ends, but it should be way sooner.
Around these parts, 3 months is basically instantaneous, so don't you worry about that.
That's one of our new characters, Imperium. Someone drew a fan art for him today. That was pretty cool. And he officially debuts in this issue. And look at that lethal fist.
Oh, Amanda found it. Excellent. Thank you, Amanda. Let me grab that. Open that in a new window. Great. All right. Okay, one sec. I'll stop sharing that. So this is Paul in his element doing his thing. This is where Paul makes his bread and butter, essentially.
Whoa! Shout out Vaughn.
He's new to the whole crowdfunding thing. Newish. I mean, he's still done way more campaigns than I have. But in terms of time, I mean, in terms of, you put most of your effort into the. Are you saying you do like 20 of these a year or something?
Yeah, and we're getting up there. We're gonna do more. If I can find more, I'm gonna do more. So
all right, here we go. Let's watch a master salesman at work. Sounds on.
So in 2090, the Space City Crimson Pain rises up and eliminates all the heroes in existence. So the government makes a super enhanced team called Project Naosis to fight off the rebellion. Super action-packed, the multiverse of do-overs. I'm the writer and publisher. I have amazing artists that work for me. We start training, collects our first 4 issues, 0, 1, 2, and 3. We just dropped 4. Some one shot of prequel. Issue 0 is 5, the others are 10, trades are 40, and I sign whatever you get.
And like you said as well, like that's your 1,000th time you probably did that day.
More. I post, like, for example, like we probably sold a minimum like over 400 or 500 books, and crazy. But I also swung so many times. A lot of people are starting to come up to me now and like know my stuff, which is cool. Like it's definitely like getting there, which is crazy. I've never had people like ever come up to me until recently saying, "Oh my God, like sign my stuff." It's like, it's strange, but it's so cool because I am still that guy, when I see like Scott Snyder or someone, I'm like, please sign this, to keep it. But it's getting there.
That's what's missing. No, that's for real. Like salesmanship is something that isn't really practiced very much. It's like people either say, "Oh, you're a salesman," or "You're not a salesman." But I mean, you that's what you said. Like you swing at pretty much everyone who walks within the general vicinity of your booth, and you hit them with that. And you are a actual like professional salesman as well, so that helps. But I mean, it's definitely something every single one of us, I know myself, needs to work on a lot. Because the numbers don't lie. I mean, you're selling a ton of books because you're putting it in front of people's faces and showing it off. So I tip my hat to you, and I one day, hopefully next year, would be awesome if I could get back stateside and see you at work. That would be great.
Yeah, you should. Rain, sleet, snow, wherever I am, I'm pushing. And we're going to PA this weekend, trying to push more books. Like, that's how I fund all this stuff. That's why you guys get these books, and I can bring them to you in 1 to 3 months after we get the money, because I make it before, this is usually these campaigns are used to, help us get to that big pre-order. We're building a community. We want you guys all to enjoy these books. And the bigger these crowdfundings get, the more books I could release. Like I've been doing 3 books a year. This year I'm going to do 4 for 2025. But it could be more. I could be doing one every single, every other month, as long as we keep this momentum going and hit thresholds that we need to hit.
Hell yeah. We got Dojo Kun in the house, back at number 19. Thank you so much, Dojo. I haven't even scrolled up in a little bit here, up to 19 backers. It's a $3,500 goal, very achievable. Up to what's that? 495 already. We'll go through the perks in a little bit, but I'm still just catching up on everything that was going here. You were talking about these guys, and I think I interrupted you.
Yeah, so that's our new character, Imperium. So there's a lot of things going on. Like I said, the Project Naosis just found out people are seeing their heroes, and what are the effects of that? People that have superpowers or had the urge them to be a superhero are like, oh, okay, so Crimson Pain's not killing everyone anymore. Okay, I want to be a superhero too. I have powers, this, that, and the third. And we're also seeing a mini clash between these street level heroes like your Daredevil and, Iron Fist, and they're facing off against some of the characters as well. So there's a lot of things going into play in this issue that definitely shifts the tide. So this is one of my, he is a good character, the one that's punching one of these other characters. And I'm excited to debut him officially. We debuted him on this cover that Igor did. And then now he's officially in the book.
Granbury says it's great. That's good you've developed it. You got a cohesive series. Looks like a developed universe. Yeah, man, it's all there. It really is. Like I said, I got to catch up. I've only read two or three issues, I think, from memory, but I gotta jump back in and keep up with it all. All right, so we got 3 covers here, and are they all? Is it different art teams or just different?
So
people?
cover A is always our interior artist team. So that's Samuel Marquise, Prasad Rao. It's Crimson Pain beating the shit out of Lithium as Omega's on his back, ready to fucking knock him out. You know, so super action. That's our cover A. Cover B, Ken Marion. Guy just did a crazy $50,000 Kickstarter of his own. He's working on one of these Green Lantern one-shots right now. And I had this this great idea for a cover, and we were going back and forth on it. And I drew I should show it. I drew this weird, horrible sketch, and I gave it to him, and I was like, I need this. And then he transformed into that. It's like insane.
I love it. I love the little call outs here. You know, it's like a game. One player.
Yeah. So the whole point is it is a video game, like that sense of like that's the cover I was going for, because I love Mortal Kombat, I love Street Fighter, I love all that stuff, and like this is the closest I can do for having a video game, right? So we have our 6 characters that are inside this comic book, and the 2 characters selected right now are Crimson Pain and Omega, and it is sick. It was done with real lines and inks, and then of course colored by Prasad. And
then we got this one.
Yeah, so that's going to be our first exclusive. We're only printing 200 of these. And it's Corey Hampshire did this, lines and inks as well, and colored by Prasad Rao. And it's just Omega on this wrecked ship, ready to roll with the energy. Originally, I was going to put a trade dress on it. I was like, no, let's make it exclusive and make it a virgin cover. And only 200 copies, and I'll never print these ones again. So you got them, you got them. We never did a straight exclusive like I have done before, and I just don't reprint them, but nothing that we ever announced. So this is one that once they're out of here, they're out of here. So
yeah, I think these are probably your best covers yet from that I've seen. You've had some bangers over the series, but these 2 especially for me, they're just like they push all the right buttons. I was really impressed with these.
Thank you.
Again, I'm not saying they weren't great earlier, but I think you're stepping it up. Gorilla Ma, what's up, guys? Paul, those covers are fantastic. Can't wait to read this one. Thank you so much,
my guy.
Gorilla Ma. Thank you for being here in the chat. We do love an ape. Over
he makes great reviews too. He's been reviewing. He reviewed a lot of my books. He's been enjoying it.
We've got the AR-15 orangutan emoji I just posted there in the chat. So yeah, we are friends of the primates here on this channel. So thank you for being here. Love to see it. So you can get it. You can get a digital copy in PDF form for $5. Don't have to pay for shipping. Don't have to wait. You can get the. So is this the physical tier for 10?
Yep, $10. You get a single issue. Cover A. Bam.
Right. There you go.
Easy buying, guys.
Different covers. Now the limited is more expensive. That's double the price, and that's sort of like the collectors. Is it gonna be any sort of treatment on it, or is it a standard sort of?
I usually all do them like gloss or matte finish, so that one's probably gonna be a gloss, kind of like this one.
Cool. Nice.
But yeah, or it might be matte, but they're always like they're really high quality always. Like they're gonna be all super nice, and the interiors are gloss. But this one's just gonna be limited. I saw it and I knew that was the one, and then when Prasad colored the background like that, it just looked like the graffiti art. I loved it, and it's done.
Yeah, rad. You can get all of them, so you can read the full story in this digital PDF tier for $25. Catch up with everything, have it all on your computer. You can get all 3 covers here for $40. That's all the physicals. You can get, there's a catch-up tier for $50. So there you go. That's everything from 0 up to this new one.
Yeah, and yeah, trade paperbacks retail for $50 on my website all day. So you're basically getting 2 free books for the standard price you would get it on my website for.
What's the website?
ProjectNaosis.com, same as the title. ProjectNaosis.com/shop. We ship everything right to your door. We ship out every 3 days.
So maybe we can get a link of that in the chat at some point if you want to grab the trades.
Well, so the trade's in that one, so that
there you go. All here.
And then this is everything. So you get the trade, you get the newest issues, you get the one shot, and you get the 2 prequels for $80. It's over 200 pages of content, and you get tons of high quality shit. And then we have
you make streaming so easy because you just have all the info and you just say it. It's so
I'm ready, dude. I've been waiting for this. I was waiting for this stream to release it. So
nice. Thank you, Mo. There it is. Got the link there in the chat if you want to go check it out. For the very least, just so you have it there, you can favorite it, keep it for later. But we want to back the project here because, like Paul said, the bigger he can grow these crowd funds, the bigger his reach, the more books he can put out. Now, look, you can get the original line art here of that cover, and if anyone were to back that, that would be this campaign funded, by the way. So that would be amazing.
Yeah, so he has that ready to roll. You know, I was gonna buy it for myself, but then I was like, hey, let's just put it on the campaign. And it's sick. He'd be selling these all day at conventions, all of his cool stuff, and it looks sick. You know, it's the only piece we've ever sold to of Project Naosis. Everything else I own. So
it's always tough to let it go. It's a bit of a bittersweet moment because I did my covers as well. Sold them to Gary G, very generous backer in the chat. And yeah, I had it sitting here while I was working on it. You know, I could always just look at it. I was just, I was loving it. And then you got to send it out. It's got to go.
Yeah, I have like Corey did the whole first book, all the lines and inks. I have all that, and all the covers he does, he sends to me. So I just keep them all.
Ellie says, one time I saw Paul sell a diet book to Ariana Grande. That was a bad idea. That woman needs to eat a sandwich. Oh my God.
I could sell water to the river, man.
You can get add-ons. Yeah, tell me about these extra books because I don't really know about these.
Boom. So Crimson Pain one shot. Same as the cover is the interior artist, Evan G. Yurkachev. It's Crimson Pain basically between episodes 0 and 1, and you find out how he got this super enhanced army and how it really started off for him. So it picks up right in between the 2 issues. You get a one-shot beginning, middle, and end just of our supervillain.
Your pitch is so tight and neat.
Omega 2090, they're 28-page books, and basically it's the origin story of our main character, Omega, alongside Thorn, and you find out in these 2 issues how they got their powers and, you know, what happened to them on the same day episode 0 takes place. So all these books take place in between or during episode 0, these 3 books.
Yeah.
So you're really, it's not like, hey, I'm 80 years back. No, you're getting, it's just adding more to what you guys are purchasing.
It's like in the old days where you would read, you know, the main, I know for me, it was like the main Spider-Man title, but then other things happening, obviously,
yeah,
you know, in other books and stuff, maybe in other characters' books too. They kind of, you know, feed into it. You cannot cram everything into one comic book as well, because there's a narrative to go there with that timeline.
And that's the part 2, the 28-page book. It gives you that conclusion. We only put 2 issues of this out now. It's going to be a 4-issue miniseries, but where the second one ends, you get a complete first 2 stories, and the next 2 stories are its own thing as well. So
that's another red cover. I like that. Like that shout out.
Corey Hampshire did that one too. The same one that's our exclusive. He did this one. It's like one of my favorite ones, and that's why it's actually was our cover B. But it's sold so much better at conventions than the cover A. I just don't only.
Actually, can you hold that one up again? I want to see that glossy. Look at that.
So
it's extra gloss.
And then the matte ones look like this. Boom.
Yeah. Very nice.
And the back covers too, because we don't fucking play.
All right.
And then if you guys are new backers, episode 5, you buy it, you add this one on, boom, you get a complete story. You get the beginning and you get this part. It's 2-parter. And I really fill you in. Like, I hate buying books. And when you pick up a certain book, you're just like, fuck, what am I doing? You know, like, where am I? Who is this? I really try my best to establish what's going on. And you're really getting it from that story on of like what's really going on. And of course, it still helps to read everything, but I get it.
Yeah. And then this is the trade.
Yeah, so the trade, if you want to add it on, it's 40, and then I have the 2 variant trades for 50 because they're just low prints, and I just only have a couple in the warehouse. So
get in quick if you want that.
Yeah, I have 5 copies of the B available, and then I have 10 copies of the Homage trade available, and they're tough. That one's by Julian Shaw. He did 12 pages for us too in Project Naosis episode 1, and now he's doing like the Spider-Man on Marvel for Unlimited. The Unlimited series. Yeah.
Going up in the world.
Yep. And then that X-Men homage for all you X-Men fans out there. And then if you want to add on, if you just want cover A with cover B, boom. Or if you want to add cover B because it's not in the catch-up one, boom. And you can add C as well. And we only have a limited amount of those. And then if you want a trading card, I have the trading card right here too if you want to see it.
Yeah, let me blow you up here.
Boom. Glossy, has the attack, has the defense, and then has some little description on the back. We had fun with these. So if you want one, $5.
Limited to 25. There we go.
Yeah, I'm only dropping 25 of them because I've been having them.
There you go. All right. Let's head back up to the top. $1,000 dues equals $665 pledged. And nice. I'm not going to do maths just yet, but we got 23 backers jumping in the first 25 minutes.
Yep.
No, I didn't say let me blow you, Mo. I said let me blow you up. Make you anyway. I was going to say make you bigger, but I'm going to go that way. What's up, Camel? Citizen Ronan. Yeah, hell yeah. Let's get this thing funded. Let's get this thing out there. We got to get you back out there on the convention circuit. You're doing one more convention this year, you said?
Yeah, I forgot what it's like Manahem or something. It's in PA. It's connected with the Hershey conventions, and I'm doing that one for the first time. I got to leave tomorrow. It's like a 2-hour drive. I'll drive there and back.
So do you drive to all these conventions?
Not California. California, I fly and I stay there for a long period, like a week or 10 days.
How do you take all the books if you're flying in?
So you could ship them, right? That's one way. Mm-hmm. And so the last San Diego, I wanted to ship everything, but the trade paperbacks, these new ones that we got that are like updated with the logo and all this stuff, they came like a week and a half before the convention, and that's really what I wanted to ship. So I tried getting a quote. It was way too much money. I was like, no fucking way. So I put 100 pounds in one luggage, 50 pounds in another, and then I put 50 pounds in my backpack and brought it. No,
what's
like
in
legit.
Your bag
like
set? That's just for clothes.
And anytime I take a flight, there's always at least 40 pounds in my backpack of books, So just like, because I just know I can bring more. And then for C2E2 and things like that, New York Comic Con, I'm close. New York, I'm close. I'm 20 minutes. And then C2E2, I drove in with my truck and I just packed everything.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, so you have a very strong incentive then to make it worth your while if you have to ship things or, buy tickets and carry on, so I suppose you have a very good incentive as well because, that's an added cost in it too.
Yeah, yeah. You have to know how much you got to bring. Like only one convention I completely sold out that was like far where I couldn't get any more books, which was WonderCon. And we sold out everything like before 12 o'clock on Sunday. And I was like, okay, good.
So what do you do then in that case?
Bye. I made my money. I made way more than I thought I was going to make. You know what I mean? Yes, I could have brought more, but at the same time, it's like, could I? Fucking.
Do you know Irene Strakowski? Yeah. She did that at New York, I think. Was it New York? Anyway, it doesn't matter. She did that. And RJ, who helps her with her crowdfunding fulfillment, actually overnighted a whole stack of books to her, and they got it there for the next day.
That's insane.
And they had an amazing,
they
had an amazing next day. So I mean, but again,
you have to, especially for New York. And I went around New York. They were in Artist Alley. I was on the main floor. I have to get a bigger area for all my books. So I have a nice corner table on the main floor.
How much does one of those booths go for? A big booth?
Mine, okay, so mine that I, first you got to get accepted and then you pay, and then mine was 1,900, and then anywhere up, like I'm talking about, like other people that aren't in that section, it's 5,000 up. So some people, I know a certain company that didn't have that big of an area that I was talking to them, they paid 20,000 for their spot. You know what I mean? So like it's a lot of money on the floor.
So you really want to be confident that you're gonna sell.
And the person that did the 20,000, they made way over that. You know what I mean? So like it's just about knowing what you can dish out. I do the smaller table at San Diego, and it's virtually honestly the same, but like I would have to bring so much stuff to San Diego for the big spot, So like New York, I can have my giant things, I can bring all the banners, and it's like I'm not like shipping it, so which is great.
And you were saying you got people now who they recognize you, or they come back and they're like, oh, they come back, they've bought previous books and they say, man, I loved it, and they're happy to see you again.
I would say at New York, and I posted a majority of the pictures. Some people don't want to take pictures, I get it. And then I would say at least like 35% of all those pictures I took were people that like actually like came up to me and was like, hey, like I love this, give me more, if not more, a little under, I would say around 40%, which is crazy, and then or like people waiting, like if I leave, because my wife holds down the booth for me and does the same pitch while I'm gone trying to network. And
that's convenient. That's good.
Oh, yeah. No, my wife does.
That's what I worry about. Like, what do you do when you obviously you need to go to the bathroom and to have lunch or whatever?
So if I'm by myself, I don't go to the bathroom or anything, and then I just drink energy drinks and just shake until I get another sale.
Just sweat it all out.
Yeah. And then at the big ones, my wife, it's me and my wife every time. If you look at my Forbes article, she's in the picture in the Forbes article with me.
That's the team. That's a tag team. 1-2 punch.
Yep. And she kills it with me.
Servitude, says Cranberry Lanches. Yeah, that's another way of putting it.
What
advice would you have to anyone who's thinking of doing a convention, getting a booth? What is your advice to them to do?
Well, first have a product, right? And then the product got to be good enough that they accept you, because that's a big process of it too. I know, I've got lucky where my second convention was San Diego Comic-Con, and some people take 20 years to get into that one. You know what I mean? So like it's just things happen, and then you have to be ready to sell. Otherwise, you're gonna like I do very well, right? Like I sold over 500 people bought my books, etc. But the people, some certain people, that I see, won't even make $200. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you really got to be ready to roll there, because nobody cares. You're not Marvel.
Yeah, because I see you and I listen to you, and you're full of enthusiasm and excitement, and you're all about your project. I've always said the creator has to be the book's #1 fan, because if you're not a big fan of it, how can you expect other people to buy into it as well? And I get that from you. But then I listen to other people sometimes, and they're a bit like, oh, conventions are played out. It's not what it used to be. It's not, not selling.
300,000 people were at New York Comic-Con. Terrificon has been doing it for 10 years. Their Saturday, for the first time ever, they did 10,000 people sold out on their Saturday. They're picking up, man. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like I said, like it's what you make of it. Like I've seen people that will be like, I made no money, I don't make the table, oh, it's just worth an investment, oh, I'm here to network. That's a good one too. I'm here to network. That means they made no money. And then I'm there to make money and then network after. You know what I mean? But like, of course,
exactly.
Of course, I have to meet people on the show floor sometimes. Like I have to go see certain people to just touch base with real quick. But it's max 20 minutes, and my wife is selling, and I'll come back and another 5 to 10 books are sold. Or I had my buddy there too. I had my best friend there that helped me one day, and I had him. There's a video of him too on my thing. I just made him hand out. I'm like, go hand out flyers. Go hand out flyers. He's on the thing. He's just handing out flyers to every single person walking by, because we're there to hustle, because you can't take it for granted.
A lot. I'm thinking a lot of artists especially would just sort of be sitting there doing commissions, sort of head down and not really interacting with anyone. And
the show floor is a little different because the show floor is like, it's the anime, it's Crunchyroll, it's VFriends, it's Amazon, it's Mr. Beast, it's Image Comics, and they're there. And there's usually only salespeople really working, except for like small presses, their own stuff, and then downstairs is Artist Alley, which is awesome too. And Artist Alley is an hour extra. So even after I'm dead, it's 7 o'clock, I'm dying. I'm walking around to 8 o'clock, seeing who's still there hungry to buy, and I'll buy some stuff. Because a lot of people leave by the time I go down there. I'm like, that's crazy. There's 5 or 4 days out of the whole year where everyone there wants to buy something.
It's time to turn on.
You can hold on for those 4 days. I would stay till 10 o'clock if they let me.
Do you ever lose your voice at the end of it?
What was the last one that I lost my voice at? Baltimore, I couldn't even talk on Saturday, and it was so bad. I was like, just trying to show, and I was sick, and it was just not.
You can hang a sign around your neck with your pitch.
I was still pitching, but my voice didn't sound like this, and they probably all thought I smoked a pack of cigarettes a day. Or they thought I had like COVID or something, you know what I mean? But I was still, even with no voice, I was actually trying to talk sometimes and just words weren't coming out. And then I would just try to regain my breath and then go. I couldn't stop.
I went to one convention and flew over to, no, I was never going to make a profit because I had to fly from Melbourne to Jacksonville, and then we went down to Tampa, and that's a big expense, the plane tickets, and we took out a hotel room, and but for me, literally that was actually the culmination. I wanted to meet a lot of people that I'd seen in the chat, but I still ended up making $900, as in bringing in $900 on the convention floor, and the entire time as well, no voice. And I don't know what happened. It wasn't from speaking. Almost as soon as I got off the plane,
it's the fucking air here, bro.
Feeling something, and then by the time I got to the convention, I was like,
I just got back from Aruba, and as soon as I got back, it was like a half hour. My throat started to hurt. It's just the toxic America, or God knows what they spray in these clouds, dude. So.
No, when you come to Australia, they bloody spray you down on the way in.
Yeah,
because of the I don't know, they're worried you might have a bug under your sleeve or something like that.
Okay,
they don't want here, but no, that never happened. I've flown all over the world since I was 12 years old. Mm-hmm. Never had any issue, and then the one time I got to actually meet lots of people, no voice. Yeah, they disinfect you.
I want to do the overseas ones really bad, but I was looking at the England one. It's just the flight is so crazy, and all these conventions, there's only now that I'm finally getting invited to some stuff where I don't have to pay to be there. Mm-hmm. But usually all the time I'm investing all this money. I had to pay for C2. I already paid for, let's say, 12 of the conventions that are next year already in full. And I already had to pay, and some of these conventions are $1,500, you know what I mean? C2E2 is the same thing. It's it's connected to New York Comic Con and New York and all that stuff. They want their thing 8 months, 6 months, a minimum before the event even happens. I even bought my hotel for Terrificon, and that's in August, so it's crazy. If you want to be on conventions, you really got to know, and then you got to be on your shit. Otherwise, you're going to pay so much more money that's not sustainable.
Dude, I gotta come over and watch you work and see the magic and see how it all happens. We have conventions here. I know nothing about it. I never even really thought about going the way that you have. I mean, you've sort of put everything into this, and hats off to you, man. You're really crushing it in that field and making the whole thing work, and it's very impressive. But I gotta actually go to one of these conventions here in Australia and just see what the scene is like. 'Cause I got no idea. I don't know.
If you want to go to a convention here, you should be doing conventions over there. Even I'll give you a great example. I do this Hot Flips one, bro. There's 40 people there. I'll make $200-300 though. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's worth, just meeting that 5 extra people that could turn to a backer, or they buy it and then they order on my website. I was just telling you too, every couple of days now, I never had website sales. You know what I mean? Like now, like every couple of days, people are buying my stuff. It's like so strange, you know? Like it's like even that's like crazy, you know, that I don't have to like hunt for the sale, you know, is what I do. You know, it's like that's why we want to build this thing. I want to go, and I am gonna do it. Like we're gonna do 35 issues of Project Naosis, like for sure. So I'm just gonna keep going with this no matter what.
Man,
because we're already like from the conventions and from this, we are profiting. Like when we make the making these books, so it's not like I'm losing anything at this state, you know. And that's why the bigger we get this, I can really just like hammer away with these awesome new books that we're doing, you know. Because I got 2 other books, one that's actually made already, and then I have one that's like halfway done, you know. So,
well, Paul. You're always welcome on this channel, man. I love your enthusiasm. I love your passion for what you're doing. I love your passion for your story.
Thanks.
Because believe it or not, that's hard to find sometimes, which is really weird because I know as creators, we sink everything we've got into these things. We want to make awesome stories and everything. So you're always welcome here. And whenever you've got something new popping up, and we can have a chat and they can see what you're up to. Because I'm looking at what you're doing and with great interest. I look forward to many more years of success for you. Look at this, 26 backers already. I've been watching it tick over, getting up to $715 out of the 3.5K goal.
Crazy.
This is only just beginning though. Everyone, please do share the link to the campaign out on all your socials and everything. And you said you're going to be on Dave Brink's next?
No, I'm on Diabolical Souls on Sunday, and then I have a bunch.
Nice.
Yeah, I have a bunch on the grind. I think I'm doing his the Sunday after. I originally booked so many for this weekend, and thank God I have a big calendar behind me for the whole year. And I look, I'm like, holy shit, I have a fucking convention this week. I didn't even know. If I didn't write it down, I would not know.
I understand. I wouldn't even remember
everything.
what day it is until I check the calendar.
Yeah, so
right
big calendar guy.
Exactly. Blight Blazer, Team Pain, Crimson Pain gonna knock some heads. I feel it too. Absolutely. He's already taking heads off bodies. So
He's the fucking predator, man.
Exactly.
Everything you love about superhero and action, I promise you, it's in this book. And give it a shot. We need
right on. Thank you, Paul, so much for coming back to launch on the channel. Always a pleasure, my friend. Thank you very much to everyone here in the chat. You guys rock. That's it for me for a couple of days. I'm going to get back to working on my trading cards. Actually, well, like I said, it's Mel's birthday tonight, so we're going to go have some we're going to celebrate a little bit and enjoy ourselves. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your night. Yeah, have a good one, everyone. I'll see you next time. All right, bye.
Perth made an Australian video and I wasn't even in it. Emotional damage.